cold, cold world. Yeah. It's a cold, cold world. A cold one. It's a cold, cold world. Yeah. I've been looking to the stars like I'm an astronaut, and this pain hurts so much, so I smoke that gas a lot. I've been hiding from myself, cause I tryna get caught, and you know I right my wrongs. That's some shit that I can't stop now. I've been searching for myself.
Yo.
What up, family?
What's up?
We're back.
2024, baby.
We're back.
2024.
We're back. This is the first show
First show of the year.
Woo. First show.
You excited?
Always excited, brother. I'm excited every single day.
That is true.
If I can't get excited, I don't even get out of bed, man. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? They tell me if it ain't fun, don't do it.
Right.
Well, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up, family. How you doing? We miss y'all so much. Miss y'all so much. We're gonna know how we start off. We're gonna introduce my brother to the right of me. Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Eric, and that's what I say every day. I'm just Eric. I'm one of the family. Just Eric, you know.
Is that it?
Sharing with Baltimore. Sharing with Bmore.
Only Bmore?
In the world. Bmore in the world.
Bmore in the world.
We're not going to restrict it to Bmore.
Bmore stands for more than Baltimore to me.
That's true. Yep.
Bmore can stand for be more positive.
There you go. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Be more than what you are now.
Right. Be more loving.
Be more loving.
Yeah.
So Bmore is a lot more. That's why I guess it's called a Charm City, because Bmore is not just Baltimore. Bmore is worldwide. Because everybody can be more worldwide. Yep. I know I kicked some knowledge there. You ain't tell I kicked some knowledge there. Family.
Right off the door.
You know, I got to go how I go. This is the first show of the year. We got a very, very, very exciting show tonight.
Always.
Very exciting show.
Always.
Man, we got an awesome guest here tonight.
Yeah.
Man, she's so awesome. Yep. She doing so much, so many great things, man. Man, I'm almost excited. I want to dive right into it. But before we do that, you know what I want to do. You know what I want to do.
What you want to do?
Okay, let me ask you a question first. Mm-hmm. Do you have a Zen moment for us?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's Zen.
Okay, what I want to do then, though, I want to introduce Eric. The Zen Master. Go ahead, my brother.
We gotta do that. But see, I ain't even eat my snack. I was about to eat my snack.
All right.
So, 2024, trying to, be better and eat healthier. And
okay.
So, be a better me. And so I'm, eat my fruit, eat better, healthier, that kind of thing. So I was about to eat my orange, and I thought about something that Dr. Wayne Dyer said, a story he did. Okay. And it made me think about something. So I want to share it with you guys. So I take this orange and I squeeze it. What's going to come out of it? Orange juice, right? Okay. Orange juice. What if I squeeze it tonight? What if I change the time? If I squeeze it tonight, what's going to come out of it?
Okay. Orange juice.
Orange juice.
Okay.
Not apple juice. Okay. Not peach juice. Okay. Not pear juice. What if you squeeze it? What's going to come out of it?
Well, I'll put some vodka in it, but I'm joking. But
I don't know. Orange is probably going to be orange juice.
Of course,
somebody else will put it in the machine, squeeze it. It's going to be orange juice.
Yes,
because that's what's inside of it. Yes, that's what's inside of it.
Awesome. I love it where it's going. Yes.
So it's like it's a metaphor for humans. It can be a metaphor for humans. It's what inside of us. So if you go out there and somebody. Somebody insults you, somebody pisses you off, somebody says something bad to you, somebody hurts you. What's gonna come out of you? And that's what we gotta probably watch out in 2024. It's watch what's inside of us. So what's inside of you is going to be what you put inside of you.
What comes out.
What comes out. So next time somebody cuts you off in traffic, or next time somebody does something to you, you stop for a second, think about the orange, and be like, what am I going to put out?
I like it.
What's inside of me? What's I'm going to put out? Is it going to be compassion, love, understanding? Or is it going to be, anger and frustration and that kind of thing? So, that it was just a thought for the day, as I was about to eat my orange.
Well, I got you. I
still didn't eat it yet.
Well,
so
can I have a piece before we can't give me a piece?
No, this is all me.
All right. I like it, man. I like it.
It's just a short story. Like I said,
awesome,
come from different places, but it's the same water.
Go ahead.
No, Go ahead.
I was say he had me baffled again at first, y'all. He had me again. He had me baffled. I didn't know where he was going. I asked him for a piece of orange. No, this is my orange. And then I see why you got the orange jam, man. I like it, man. Anything else you want to say about it, man?
No,
that was awesome, bro.
You know, I mean, 2024. Just
I got you, man.
Being better, healthier, better, those kind of things, and that's all.
I got you, man. That's awesome. I'm gonna go to the chat then. Let's go to the chat real quick. In the chat, Lil said, "Hey, love, I love you, baby. That's my daughter. I love you so much. I'm so glad you show up. I don't know what to do. I'm ecstatic right now. Be love. Good to see you. Happy New Year to you. Be love. Nice to see you. If you squeeze me."
Africa can come out.
There you go. I ain't mad at it, that's what's in you.
That's what's in you.
That actually what leads our question of the day, though.
Right.
This is what leads our question of the day. What is your goal for 2024? Family, y'all answer that. What is your goal? And I wrote a couple of things down about that, though, man. One thing I said about it. One thing about a goal to me is this. Maria said, "Hey fam, what's up? What's up, Maria? Fam, glad to see you back, Maria. Hey, what's up, fam? We know we love you."
Aaliyah had a point.
Okay, go ahead.
About, being mindful about what you're taking in as far as music, what music you listen to, what movies, what shows you watch. That's awesome. Exactly what you eat.
I agree.
Yeah, what you take in is what you put out.
I agree.
What you take in is what you put out. That's awesome, Aaliyah.
I agree.
That makes sense.
The question of the day again is, what is your goal for 2024?
Yeah, what is your
goal? What is for 2024? What is your goal? But one thing I know about a goal for me is this. I know for a fact that a conflict in beliefs will kill your goal and your dreams. If you believe something inside and it conflicts what you believe, and you tell yourself you can't do it, it's conflicting with what you want to do, you're not going to get it. And whatever goal you have is going to stretch. It's going to stretch and challenge your belief system. Because because that goal is big enough, first thing, your goal that you try to commit or do, you say, I just want to lose 20 pounds. Now I'm going to start going to lift weights or something. Going to the gym. I'm just making this for an example. Once it start conflicting, say, man, I don't want to do this, I can't do this, you're not going to do it.
Right.
Once, and then it would challenge your belief system. Man, I ain't got to do all that. But the question is, do you? Because if you don't,
it depends how bad you want it.
It depends how bad you want it. But that's the question for the day. But I tell you what, that is the question for the day. But what I want to do, Eric, this is what I want to do. You got anything else to say about that?
I'm tired of talking. Let's.
I'm done with that.
I'm done with that.
Family, don't forget, what is your goal? Not resolution, but goal is a difference. They say a difference between a dream and a fantasy is this. A fantasy you would just dream about and think about it, but a dream you'll go after. A fantasy you won't. But you know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave that alone right there again. I'm going to leave it alone right there. I want to get into the show. I want y'all to meet this awesome person. But before I do that, I'm going to take time to thank our sponsors, though, before I do that.
There we go.
I'm going to take time to thank our sponsors before we do that. But I'm going to thank Norma D. Treasures on eBay. She got thousands of items. She's going to start getting more items. I need y'all to go up there and you support her. You're going to support the community. And if you mention Bmore Pod on there, which is our opinion, Bmore Pod, our opinion, if you mention that on her comment page or her comments down below, you will get 10% off. 10%. You'll get 10%. I'm telling you, you'll get 10%. Go to Norma D Treasures on eBay and just buy something. You don't only be supporting her, you'll be supporting the community. You'll be doing a great thing, and we're gonna do everything we can to make the community a little better, by one step at a time, or one moment at a time. But I cannot wait for this next guest. Look. Hello, April. First, I'm gonna say hello, April. How you doing? But she is so awesome. I'm not even gonna introduce her. That's what I'm gonna do. She's that nice.
Yeah, whatever you say is not gonna be. Yeah, you can't say it.
Enough words to even say enough. I'm gonna say, introduce yourself to the family, the new family member.
Hello. I'm Arrealia Gavins. Super excited to be here.
Awesome, we are too.
First guest of the year.
Yeah,
there you go. Oh my God!
Definitely. First question I have to have. Why is Dennis calling you so awesome? What do you do?
So what I do here in Baltimore City is I operate the Realia Institute. We are a K through 8th academic tutoring and cultural arts program.
Okay.
We also offer a variety of parenting programs and supports for adolescents and high schoolers.
Awesome. The reason I say that's so awesome because a lot of us are losing the youth at a very early age. And one thing, you got a reading program that I think is awesome. You know, like in school, they don't even teach kids how to write in cursive anymore. So what made you get into trying to teach the youth how to read and get into this particular program? And what made you start this?
Well, I have been in early learning and education for about 30 years.
So what made you get into it, though?
So I was very passionate about it. It was kind of like, I didn't really find it. It found me.
Okay.
So in high school, I was kind of on the home economics track and just kind of grew into this world of focusing on families and communities and homes and what does that look like. And so it's been part of my life since I was 14.
Since you was 14. So are you from Baltimore?
I am originally from Chicago. I have been here in Baltimore for 5 years.
Okay.
McKinley Park in the house.
We'll call you Baltimore now. You're officially Baltimore.
But you started this somewhere else then, though, first.
Well, I came here and I was doing this work for philanthropy. I was building an early learning system in the District of Columbia.
Okay.
I moved here to Baltimore, great place to live, great affordable housing. How could I grow?
Okay.
And so as I moved into the community, I wanted to also be part of the community and contribute to the community. And so it's like I feel like whatever you do or whatever you're passionate about, you can always, serve others with that and learn from other people from their passions and gifts as well.
Right. Okay, so what's your what's your background? Like, what made you think you can do it? I mean, what schooling wise, or because.
I do have a background in child development. I have a background in education. But here in Baltimore City, what made me think that I could do it is that when I moved into the community, in my community of McElderly Park, there was a lot of different challenges and things happening. And so, I wanted my home to be a safe place in the community, a safe place for children, a safe place for families. And I wanted it to be a space of hospitality and where people were welcome. Right. And so, entering the city, it was like, oh, you're not going to sell drugs on this stoop. And so how do we make that happen? How do we partner with community to give people hope and give us this place and give us opportunities? So we started with one basket of books. It was like a little bag. And now we're almost 5 years into this program.
Nice.
Okay,
nice.
How many students do you have currently now, though? Currently,
I serve about 4 infants, and we do parent-child attachment. And then in the tutoring program, it varies. So some children come consistently, some children come at different times. We recruit for each semester. So now we are recruiting now. We'll be recruiting all throughout January, and then we'll run a 16-week cycle from February to June. And then we'll recruit for the next semester, and that's kind of how we do it.
Is it all ages? What age group do you
Yeah, so we
support?
serve, it's 100% free. Let me tell you that. This program is free to the community. And we focus on academics, we focus on nutrition, we focus on cultural arts. Everything is culturally appropriate. We serve children from K through 8th grade, and then we hire high schoolers to work in the program as tutors and tutor assistants.
Wow,
I want to go to the chats real quick. Just somebody had a question that went up so fast. I think we got
B-Love.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead. I said, B-Love said, my goal is to be the best example of the advice I give to others. I like it. Maria said, my goal is to continue my lifestyle, strive to be healthy. I like it. April, hey, y'all, popping is to say, hey, okay, I'm still working, sending love. April, we love you. Thank you for coming in. We thank you. Beloved say, do your program provide support for homeschooling families in Baltimore?
I do have a couple of families who do homeschool who I met who have brought their children to the program. We provide supports for whomever. So if you are needing supports, we operate on Saturdays from 9 to 12, and then we do a variety of community programming. So we have parenting classes, we have groups, we have supports and things that parents can do. So yeah, it's pretty much welcome to all. We are in McElderly Park. This year we're excited to be doing more virtual things, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. So we look at the needs. I know a lot of parents are wanting to homeschool. That's why we're called the Uninstitute, because we're a program that's in a home. I think it's great for children to have opportunities in non-traditional settings where they can feel safe and comfortable and welcome. We focus a lot also not just on academics, but mental well-being and health. Those are key aspects of our program, how to address trauma and heal.
Awesome.
Okay, then she asked
something. Yeah.
B-Love also asked, are your programs free or low cost?
They are free.
Awesome.
We're hoping to keep them free forever and ever and ever. But right now, that's kind of how we do it. What I do is social entrepreneurship. So I run an early childhood consultation company, the Realia Early Care and Education, and that is how we are currently funding the Uninstitute. So when I am out and I'm doing training or technical assistance for schools or districts or companies, or I train educators all over this country, and those proceeds is how we operate the program right now. So we're really like a social entrepreneurship. We're not grant funded right now. We're hoping to be funded because it costly. So we're not really a nonprofit. We're like a social entrepreneurship.
Okay. So hello, Nika, how you doing? She said, wow, that's great resources. But hello, Nika, how you doing? So what I like for you to do right now, why don't you look into one of these, the camera, I guess camera one, and just give out your information, get all your information out. So someone know how to contact you or...
The socials.
Or do you have a building? You have a building?
We do. We are.
So give your information.
We are located in McElderly Park, 2329 Jefferson Street. That is in East Baltimore. We can find us on Facebook at Realia Early Care and Education. That's how you can find us. You can also find me on LinkedIn, Arrealia Gavins. You can call me at 202-599-4850. That's our business line, how you can reach us there. So lots of different ways to connect with us.
We got a lot of folks. Your phone's gonna be ringing off the hook. So I don't know. We got a lot of
our registration links and things like that in the comments.
Your Facebook, all your social media.
Yeah. So we're on Facebook. As the really early care and education, and that's how we do the Realia Uninstitute.
Right. So I know you said you were socially funded. What if somebody wants to help? So like do you do volunteers? Do you need volunteers? If I kind of, because I love that program, and if I want to help or.
Yeah, we have volunteers. We've had volunteers who teach capoeira. We have volunteers who just come and donate, because one of the things we focus on is nutrition. Right. So the children eat no processed food while they're there. Everything is homemade. Awesome. They have a juice bar.
Awesome. Listen to this, fam.
A cooking center, because you can read while you're cooking and write recipes and things like that. So we accept resources. We need lots of resources and supports, We've had to adjust programming and things like that, and go with more virtual, programming and tutoring and things like that. But we really want to stay fully functional, open, and operating every single Saturday with children present to learn.
Do y'all do special needs kids as well?
We do. I do have children who have special needs.
So what are the special needs?
So I have some children that are totally non-mobile.
Okay.
We serve all children.
Awesome. Y'all heard this family? Hello, Andy.
All children.
Yes.
My ratios are really low because I have high schoolers and volunteers.
Okay.
My background is in child and family development. I also have a master's in education and serve as one of the directors at MedStar Georgetown Hospital and the Department of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry. And I also teach at Georgetown University, Infant and Early Childhood Mental Health.
Awesome.
So, I try to get as many volunteers and supports in to support in the program. But because I have a deep knowledge and my master's is in reading, I really assess the children. The special needs have varied. Like some children are there for social,
Okay.
There's some children in my program who are totally non-mobile. They do not read in that way, but they interact and they engage socially. There's other children who come to the program who have reading disabilities or dyslexia. There's some children who have had a lot of exposure to trauma.
Okay.
So we focus on a lot of healing exercises and mindfulness and wellness.
Right, man. That's beautiful. So talking about special needs, and so it sounds like an inclusive, kind of place. Do you kind of do you focus on inclusivity and making sure there's diverse kids and is that part of your?
So we do. We have all of the curriculum is culturally grounded. The books and the literature looks like me.
Right.
Our children need to have materials and reading materials and activities and cultural, arts and dance and movement. Right. So we've been able to do that in the program in that way. We learn through play. A lot of the learning activities, I'm big on play equity, and I don't feel like children of color necessarily get the opportunity to play and be free and be themselves.
Right.
So our tutoring program is set up with different learning centers. Okay. So if a child is interested in science, they can go over to the science area. Right. They're interested in art.
Right.
I feel like you can learn to read through all disciplines.
Yeah, exactly. Right. There are a lot of ways to it. Yeah.
And so that's what we focus on.
That's
Some
awesome.
children need support with physical therapy. Sometimes if they're struggling with reading, they're not haven't developed certain motor skills.
Right.
So we have a gym for them to practice
to move.
crossing their wood
Like
line.
I'm kind of a fidgety kind of person.
Gym,
so I'm tactile and I love it.
And so that's kind of what we do.
That's awesome. So I know you talked about what do we got? Well, I guess we'll go to the chat. Whatever. What hashtag 100 Black Men. All right. I guess that's an organization that kind of helps.
Remain confident.
Yep. Remain confident. I see you.
We like it. B-Love have a question though.
What kind of cultural activities are the children exposed to? Theater, literature, kind of
Okay.
Yeah, really the cultural pieces is the books, the type of books they do, the movements, the dance, the art, things like that.
That's good. Yeah, variety of stuff.
Maria say, what are the hours for parents to access the facility?
Right. So some parents, if you're wanting to do play with your child one-on-one to kind of increase attachment,
right.
I work with parents one-on-one. The tutoring program runs on Saturdays from 9 to 12, and I'm in the space working with parents one-on-one or in small groups throughout the week, Monday through Friday. So I can schedule time for parents to come. I'm there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right there, we
awesome.
got Morgan. Right. She's gonna be on here next week. The week after next, and she's doing the same type of program in this area.
Okay,
and I told her, but she just Morgan Wright said, I'm in the music studio with artists, and I can't hear, but I have contact information. I would love to speak with you. But the reason I'm saying that she's starting she's here in Baltimore also, but she's starting a reading program here in Baltimore also, and I think that's essential. And I told her to chime in, but she said she was unable to. But I'm gonna see, can I link y'all two together? So because I think that's because I think that's something that we really need, that people in general needs to read more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that like they say, that's the key to success. You know what I mean? That's
we focus on reading, but we also focus on, language, because I think
that's even better.
If I pick up a book in French, I could phonetically sound it out. But if I don't understand, I don't understand the language, then I'm I can pick up a book in Spanish and say, hola, como está?
Okay.
and sound the words out, but I don't know what the words mean. Right. So we focus on not just like learning how to do reading through phonics. We really focus on language and vocabulary building,
communication,
and comprehension.
Right,
because the goal is comprehension in language and conversations.
Okay, so one want to say, hello Ed, how you doing? Happy New Year, man. I love you, brother. Good to see you back, man. Good to see you. So like I say, we got people from all over the United States that watch this show. So if you had something to tell someone to, say if they want to start some type of program or even teach their special needs kid or teach a kid what you're doing, what would be your advice to them? How can they get this thing started? So, well, look, I need to teach this kid what you're teaching them and be successful at it. What would be your advice to them?
My advice would be find out what the child is interested in.
Okay.
If you find out what the child is interested in, they can learn from that interest.
Okay.
If the child is interested in Legos, you can read as you build Legos. If the child is interested in woodworking, give the child a hammer and a book. If the child likes to be outside, dig up some ground, give the kid a spray bottle and a stick and let them write. Gotcha. There's ways that kids can learn. We just need to create environments where they have those opportunities to learn from their strengths.
Yeah, meet them where they are. Yeah, exactly. So, I know you talked about online stuff, technology. Like, what role does technology play in your? Do you have computers? Do you?
We have a few computers. We don't use them in our program very often. I am working to build, our next project is a tech lab, because I want children to be able to learn coding and reading as a dual language. Right. The world is changing very fast. Technology is changing very fast. We have we have iPads and things that children can do. Right. But mostly we use that for the tutors. Okay. So the high schoolers who come in the program, I train them. Okay. They're working on child development credentials. They're getting training through University of Texas in how to be a tutor. Awesome. So they actually do their professional development while they're there. Okay. And so we mix the age group is for a reason, so that everybody can learn at their level. Okay. If I'm an 8th grader and I'm struggling, or I'm at a 2nd or 3rd grade level, I'm not gonna sit in my public school classroom and read, the cat and hat. Right. But I will read it to a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old, and everybody is a part of a helper in the program.
I got you. What's up, Israel? I see you, my brother. Good to see you. Love you, man. I ain't talking about you yet, but I'm going to talk about you. I'm joking. But yeah, so explain your name, Realia Institute. What does that mean?
So Realia is actually, my name is Arrealia, so I was very lucky in life that my destiny was written in my name. But Realia means to teach with hands-on learning methods. Yes. It's like a library science term. And so we're the Realia Institute because I think that children can learn in home environments. Children can learn outside of the 4 walls of a classroom. So, and we don't just focus on academics. There may be Saturdays where the children have come and, they're talking about experiences or traumas or shootings in the community, and we do a lot of art and mindfulness and healing activities and really working through those different and big emotions. I'm very surprised. I don't tend to have any behavioral challenges.
Right.
Oh my God, my kid is at school and having all these. I mean, in 5 years, I've had no behavior problems. I've heard of me knocking on wood or something.
Right, exactly. Because the approach is different.
Children are able to be who they are.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
And when they're able to just be in space and to be valued as children, and to play and learn as they're playing, to be connected with others, to process through the challenges. they just learn and they grow. And I think so much of the social connections, the, you know, coming in and every book looks like you, in every shade of blackness.
I got you.
And that to me is powerful for our children to have instruments and literature and, you know, be able to go in the kitchen and do whatever they want to do, to go and paint and play and be children. And when they have that opportunity, you know, to just be in a safe place, I feel like children don't have as many challenging behaviors, or when they're able to learn and read at their level, you know, people would think like, oh wow, in 3 hours of a week, you know, how do they do that?
How did you do that?
The dosage is the same even if they went to school and they were pulled out 2 days a week to a special class. So it's not about that. It's really about, you know, focusing on the individual child. We do a lot of mindfulness. We do a lot of, and when I say mindfulness, what I mean is that children learn to be aware of what they're feeling.
I got you.
Like they're aware of what they're feeling in that moment. It's okay to feel disappointed at times. So it's okay to feel excited and jump up and down. You know, so we talk about those kind of things. They do a lot of different, you know, the kinesthetic kids, they like to go to the exercise mirror and do yoga and then read and write about that. So it's really individualized.
I got you.
Even though it's a group of mixed age kids. I try to keep it to like 15 to 20 kids a semester, and then I can do one-on-one with others. But the more volunteers we have, the more children we can serve.
Okay, we're going to go to the chats real quick. We're going to say, hello, Megan Evans. Megan, thank you. We love you. What's up, niece? I'm glad to see you. I love you. Thank you for showing up. If y'all got any questions for Arrealia, please ask. We talking about the kids of the future that sometimes they don't think they can read. I'm telling you, man, I suffer with dyslexia when I was in school. I had no idea. Sometimes I get up here, I see stuff backwards, my stuff, and it's so subtle that I don't see it right, and then it takes me so much longer to get it right. And sometimes I don't usually tell them too many people that, but I had teachers to tell me one time, before you turn 21, you be dead in jail, because I suffered for something that nobody understood, not even me. So what happened was, since I suffered with something like that, I have a defense up. So my defense was nobody understands. So you tell me to read out loud, I'm gonna take me 4 times to see that word right. And you say, that's it. And you say is, or you say I come sound like S-I instead of I-S. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna read some of these for you, because I want them to get their questions answered too. But Maria says your facility open 6 days a week.
It's not all services are open 6 days a week. So parents who do parent-child interactive play groups. So we focus. If you're a parent with a child from birth to like 5, what I do with parents from birth to 5 is what we call. It's called attachment, helping parents attach with their young children. So those services are one-on-one. Those happen throughout the week. Some children, if they need tutoring at different hours and things like that, you know, it can be adjusted during those times. And then on Saturday is when our program for tutoring in academic and cultural arts runs. During the week, we really focus on parenting groups, mental health groups, well-being groups for families, and those can be done virtual. And then we have the one-on-one kind of like play where you're working with your child to attach to your baby.
Okay. Okay. We're going to Beloved. Beloved says your program sounds very like unschooling. Israel said, was that imaginary? Is everything?
Imagery is everything.
Maria said, do you accept donations for books, toys, etc.? You accept donations?
We do accept donations. At different times of the year, we do book drives. So different things like that. Yeah, we don't turn down donations because children can take books home, you know, and I'm not one like, oh, if a child takes a book home and the book doesn't come back, oh my gosh, then they're reading it. So I'm excited. So we're always trying to replenish books and materials.
So what's the one thing you need the most? If somebody could help you out, what's be the most thing you need right now?
I need volunteers.
Okay.
People who want to give their time.
So how can they volunteer? Is there a process of volunteering?
Yeah. So
what's the process?
Right now, the process is that we have a little Google link where you can register that you want to support the program.
Is that on your Facebook?
Yeah, that's on Facebook.
Give your Facebook name again, please.
My Facebook page is Realia, Realia, Early Care and Education.
Right.
Okay.
And you can go on there. There's like a form to fill out. If someone wants to donate, they can just contact us. I'm usually home and, I'm able to work from home. So I'm home.
Right.
And then I'm able to, do groups with parents in the, throughout the day and on the weekend.
Man, I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. You're bringing an understanding to what kids need. A lot of times people, and we have, like I said, we have a lot of different people on the show, and the reason we have them because I think we need to meet people where they are. Right. And the thing we're not bridging the gap between the old and the young, and so that way, if we're not bridging the gap, that means we don't know what they want, they don't know what we want, and so when we come together, only thing we are telling them what to do. Mm-hmm. Do this, and do this. But we're not taking time to understanding what they want. And I think we need to take more time to understand what they want. And that's why I said you haven't had any problems, man. I heard people saying, man, they hate these little kids. You know what I'm saying? Because
the
like
approach is different.
Your approach is to
wrong.
the point where you said we find out what these kids, man, family, y'all listen to this. They saying you're saying you're finding out what these kids like.
Oh, yeah.
And you're meeting them where they are to teach them what they need to have.
And my own child, who is now 28, she'll be 28 on the 22nd. Hello, Isis. She struggled with reading.
Yes.
And I had did home family child care, and when she was younger, and then when she went into public school, all of a sudden she was struggling. And so that is why I went back and got a master's in reading.
Okay.
I was like, I'll just teach my own child to read.
Okay.
And so my background had always been in child and family development and things like that. But that's really where it started. And now she's, about to be 28 years old. And so I know that sometimes classroom environments and programs and teachers are doing their very, very best. And they are, tasked and stretched in many, many ways. But sometimes children need more. And I tell educators and, this idea that I can't do more, because I have multiple children. Our program doesn't operate that way.
Okay.
If I had a kid there, we were eating and one started choking, I wouldn't be like, oh, I can't give you the Heimlich because everybody might need the Heimlich. Okay. Well, everybody isn't choking.
Yes.
And so there's children sitting in classrooms, choking academically, they're choking behaviorally, they're choking socially, and nobody is willing to do the Heimlich.
Man, that's awesome.
So what this program is about is really individualizing the children, understanding where they are. And sometimes, there's a lot happening. If you're from Baltimore, then McElderly Park, where I'm at. I'm in the middle of the heart of the neighborhood and the community. And so, but everybody has gifts.
Yes,
so like when I say somebody volunteers, like there's Brother Tyrone, he's super awesome.
Awesome.
He's has developmental disabilities, and he is probably 67 years old, but he is like the environmental health specialist.
Right.
Like he cleans the stoops, he makes sure that everything is outdoors, is safe, he sweeps every day. He's part of our program.
I got you.
If somebody has struggled or a parent has there's no judgment in our program. It's like we meet parents where they are too, and that's why the program works. So everybody has something to contribute.
Okay.
So, we did a literacy pumpkin patch where you pick a pumpkin and pick a book.
Okay.
And we gave out about 65 to 70 pumpkins and books.
I got you.
In October. And as we were doing that, someone struggling with substance misuse was asking to help put the pumpkins out. Well, yes, come out. And, you know, they turned around and the needle was in their mouth. Well, it's not my job to tell that person. They already know they are struggling with a substance challenge. But I'm like, I'm so glad you're here to help.
Right.
I'm so glad you're here
that's awesome.
in this moment to be present with us and to contribute to our they call it our school, and to help. And because everyone needs that. Everybody needs help.
Yeah,
and
true.
there's no judgment in helping others, and there's no judgment in needing help.
Okay.
And so the same person for myself during the pandemic, you know, my mom died, my sister
Sorry to hear
died,
that. Sorry
friends,
to hear that.
you know, and I was in grief. And the same person at that moment, I walked out the house and they helped me. They're like, hey, Queen, remember who you are. Wake up.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so my job is to speak a word back, and
There you go.
we're speaking too much destruction. That's my word for 2024.
There you go.
Is just place a guard.
Yes.
Children are struggling because so often they're not being encouraged to learn. And when you can encourage children to learn, and you can, you know, see their wins, and keep speaking life into your children.
Just answer my question.
Speak life into your children
I like it.
over and over again.
and
Your
over
children are successful. Our children are well. We can read, we can learn. And when you believe that, your children will walk into that.
Go ahead, read the chat. I'm sorry. Go ahead, read the chat. Read the chat. Start from below, the attachment.
So what B-Love says, right, the attachment service, are the parents coming in and requesting this, or social service program referrals?
No, I don't do any referrals from social service.
Okay.
It's all based on what parents say they need.
Right.
So it's called ABC. It's, you know, and when you go to our form, you can say if you have a child birth to 5 that you want ABC. It's really about you working one-on-one with the child. It's 3 things: how to nurture your child. I want you to be nurturing. It's like nurturing children has become, you know, lost sometimes because we're busy. We're working and we're busy, but there's moments throughout the day that you can nurture your child. It also focuses on following a child's lead.
Right.
So when I say I focus on children's interests, I'm following their lead. So what are the moments and the times a day that you can follow your child's lead? And then really like reducing anything frightening. So if children are experiencing trauma or community violence, like in our neighborhood, we talk about those things. We work through things that are frightening to children. And that's what the attachment program is about.
All right.
Yeah. So Donna says teaching through the children's interest and observing them daily is creating weekly lessons through what was observed. Yep. So basically, focusing on the kids and trying to figure out what they like. Focusing on their strength.
Make sure you read
remain
their name.
confident. Remain confident. So, like focus on children's strength instead of being a jack of all trades. It builds a child epistemic base, which is, you know, from birth until 2 to 3 years old. See, we got some knowledge there. Remain confident. Love it. How involved are the parents? So Israel said, how involved are the parents?
Parents as involved as they want to be.
Right.
Because some parents need 3 hours of rest.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Right.
And some children come so parents can rest. And that's okay.
Right.
So if a parent wants to be actively involved in the program and at the program the entire time, they can be. If parents drop off and they pick up, they can pick up and drop off. We're not, we're 3 hours. That program is 3 hours. Now, if you're in the attachment program, you're very involved,
Right.
you know, because it's one-on-one with you and your children and your family. So the involvement varies. If you're coming to like one of our, this month is, Racial Healing Day, and we'll be launching a healing support group that'll be virtual, where we'll really be focused in on our experiences as adults and just the experiences from the trauma that we've had, community violence and things like that, and how do we work through that, you know? Even myself have experienced community violence and trauma, not just from community, but even, policing and things like that. We have to be able to work through those experiences. So we'll be launching a racial healing group for parents.
Awesome.
And the community that will be virtual.
Okay, my question. So we got people all over the United States are probably going to be listening to this. The question I have: if someone just need your credentials are. You got a lot of credentials.
I do.
You have a lot of credentials, so you are qualified. The reason I'm saying is because you're qualified. Could somebody just call you up and have a conference call with you, or will you go out and speak somewhere that somebody wants you to come and speak, or can somebody just get in contact with you? I need just to talk to you and say, how can I rectify this situation? I having this kid that's having a bad problem. I don't know what to do with this kid. Would you talk to that person? Would you give them advice?
I will, but I am very open that I don't have all the answers.
Okay.
And I like to know that.
So what you're doing is that working with these kids? Or do you have a success rate with these kids that's coming through your program?
It varies, because we're measuring different things.
Okay.
I'm not just measuring a child's reading.
Okay.
I'm also measuring a child's social. If a child who came into my program who was really traumatized from community violence and shooting, and that child is able to breathe and pause and take breaths, that's success for that child. If another child is coming to my program and they need to, increase their fluency and those types of things, that's success for that child.
I agree.
Some child, who have severe disabilities like my children who are non-mobile, success for them is, okay, I'm able to pick up the stick and tap the drum.
Awesome.
So it's very different and very individualized. But I do reading assessments on all the children.
I got you. So success is subjective then, don't you saying?
It's individualized.
It's individualized. Okay.
So it's not subjective at all. It's intentional and deliberate.
Okay.
And individualized.
I got you.
Right. So it sounds like we'll
go do what you're doing.
It sounds like there's a strong mental health aspect to what you're doing too.
It is.
Right, and that's like important to.
Yeah, I consider myself a community mental health worker.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I teach.
Right.
And for early child community mental health, that's what I focus on. That's why this program exists. Is so that we are well and whole, and we do that through learning in different ways.
So who inspired you? Who's your inspiration?
I think my daughter is my inspiration for reading and literacy, and that is important. And coming into the community, when I see so much in my neighborhood and community, I know that we in the community have the solutions.
True.
Right.
Like, it's within us.
Right. Inside
like
the
we are
orange,
the architects for the solutions in our communities.
Like the orange.
And that's not someone always coming out or someone always coming in. It's like, what can we all do? Well, my gift is reading.
Right.
Yes.
Brother Tyrone's gift is environmental health.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Because we know the city ain't keeping the street clean. So he has a gift too, and his gift and my gift work together. They work together in sync.
Yes. Right.
So I think that's what it's really about, is that, understanding that. And so when I moved into the city, I knew that here in Baltimore, in McElderly Park, nobody hanging out in the corner owns a poppy seed farm or a pharmaceutical company. Okay, we are not the problem.
That's true.
There are structural inequities.
Yes.
Okay, and so the same block boys who were hanging out in my corner are the same ones who help set up books and bring things in and paint walls and build cubbies, because we're a community. Everybody is strong, and I think that is such a deficit mindset. And that shows up a lot. And even when helping us to be advocates, because our health is not just, that's why I think we're more of a health program than a reading program. Health, but wholesome. Like in our community, for example, we've had a variety of shootings, and so we're having an influx of policing, and they were flashing the lights all night long. Well, I've been advocating for 2.5 months because that's an impact on our health.
Yes.
When my children can't sleep, they're not going to be able to go to school and perform. When you as an adult can't sleep, you're not going to be able to go to work. So understanding our physiological needs. Okay, we have a need for air. We have a need for water. We have a need for food. We have a need to go to the bathroom. And we have a need for sleep.
Right. Rest is important.
So, advocating and speaking out about those things that impact our health and well-being, whether it's in our educational system or in our police system, that's what we do. And really writing the councilmen and going down there and filing complaints about those things.
I agree.
Because when you take away my ability to sleep, that's no different than putting your knee on my neck.
That's true.
Because it's a human dignity. And so our program is about human dignity.
I like it.
And that's why we do what we do.
Right, that's awesome.
I don't want to stop the show. We only got 10 more minutes for the show is over.
Right.
So, but that 10 minutes, first I want to thank everybody that showed up tonight. If we didn't get to your questions, your comments tonight, we apologize, but we thank you. We thank you, and if y'all need to have any questions about the program, anything, please visit her on her website. I'm gonna give you a chance to give all that out again, but I just want
on the socials,
her socials. But all I want to say before I go do that, I want to thank everybody for coming. We ain't got but 10 minutes.
Awesome.
I'm gonna let Eric start. You got anything to say?
I mean, I do have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
One quick question.
Go ahead.
Do you think that's a trend? Like, what do you see the trends going as far as education and child? Do you see what you're doing as kind of is it trending that way? Is education trending that way? Do you think?
I think that because of the inequities in education, that we have to be the ones who come up with the solutions for our children. I'm not waiting for the test scores to go up at the school. I'm not waiting because I didn't do it for my own child. And so as an educator, I don't want to, do that for someone else's. We have to, as a community, begin to really create the solutions to the challenges that we are facing. Whether it's, we need more sleep. And, we create solutions to that, stationary lights, or our children need to read, or we need food access. How do we come up with solutions in our communities? Because this is where I live.
Yes.
This is where I am. So I'm experiencing everything that the children in my community are experiencing, everything that we as people of color in Baltimore are experiencing. And we have solutions. And so really advocating and speaking out, that's one thing. If a parent needs support with advocacy in their school system, that I want to be able to help you to advocate so that your child can get what they need wherever you are.
I want you, before we close this, I want you to... I'm gonna say what Andy said. Can someone share that information in the chat? We'll share the information, and I'm in love with this idea, and we would love to share this word. I think what you're doing is so awesome. I mean, I just hope if anybody can give any kind of donation, can do anything to help. I mean, this is worldwide. We need this. What you're doing, we need this everywhere. So if you could, we got about 8 minutes. I'm gonna say your talent will make room for you. I'm gonna let you close this out for us. And your family, I want you to give them. I want you whatever's on your heart that you wanted to share with the family. I want you to share your information. Anything you have to say. You got 8 minutes, and just go. The show is yours.
Okay.
The show is yours.
I'm Arrealia Gavins on LinkedIn. ARREALIA Gavins, GAVINS. And then on Facebook, we are Realia Early Care and Education. My email is firstname.lastname@gmail, so aurelia.gavins@gmail. Those are the contacts. We're really grassroots. We don't have a fancy web page or anything like that, but you can see our program and what we do on Facebook, and LinkedIn. So those are the things. I want to invite you, if you're here in Baltimore and your child is needing supports, we are going to be registering for the next semester of tutoring. So throughout January, we'll be registering registering for the racial healing group that will come up for families and adults. That will be virtual. We really want great participation in that because it really gives us an opportunity to sit with our the experiences that we have. This everyday experiences are really bad for our health, and having a safe place to work through that is really critical and important. And I say that from a place of my own experience, you know, to be advocating and going back and forth, like, ooh, even around lights flashing all night are not well for my own sleep and rest. You know, we have to advocate for our health and our well-being. And so as we come together in this healing circle and racial healing group, that we can be a support to one another, on various topics. And then if you're looking for tutoring, register for those groups. We also have like cafe conversations that parents can sign up for in the community. If you want to donate, if you want to give, if you have a gift, we have a lot of arts in the program. We try to do a lot of movement in the program. So if you have a gift or a talent or something that you would like to share, that's really what it's about. And so everybody can, find a way to share.
Right. Everybody has a talent.
It may be, cutting out forms or, preparing materials for the lessons that children will do. So, that's what it's about. The racial healing groups are really a group. It's about a 12-week class where we focus in on different things: how to process through microaggressions, how do we deal with the impact of trauma and racial trauma, because that is really what this comes down to in our communities. This is systemic inequity and racial injustice is what we are experiencing, and we need safe places for people of color to come together and to have those deeper conversations as part of our work and our healing. We also have cafe groups where parents can just talk about parenting, and it's from a strength base, how are you doing things strong and well? And then if you have children birth to 5 and you want that, work on my child attachment early on, support them in that way. We do that service as well. And then the tutoring is what we are launching. But in January, we are enrolling for the next semester of tutoring, because I do take breaks between the semester because I gotta rest.
You gotta rest.
Well,
exactly. That's important.
And
that's important.
As well. So we register in January, and then we run 16 weeks. The first month, each child is assessed, individually based on their needs, and then we do about 12 to 16 weeks.
So have you ever thought about getting your nonprofit status, or you don't want to?
I think that yes, we think about becoming a nonprofit, but I also think that social entrepreneurship is important too.
I agree.
How we have opportunities to create problems, and we welcome nonprofits support, philanthropy or donations or things like that as a way to support our program. We just haven't found, the best grant for this type of work.
I got you.
That we want to do that's very much child-centered.
I got you.
Not in an institute. We're community-based.
Right,
we're grassroots.
I got you.
So we go through that process, like any other nonprofit would do with their startup. But I'm very grateful that I've been able to do enough consultation work to fund this program.
I got you.
So that's how we've been able to keep it going.
Well, I hate to cut you off. I think this was our most important show ever.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Everybody's show is important,
right?
But our kids are the future.
Right.
Yes,
our kids are the future, and they're gonna propel us to where we need to go. So I I'm gonna have to say, family, I love you, and please go back and listen to the show. Get all her information. Please find out how you can donate. And she said you can call her for information, and she probably will help you start your thing in your community, and help you with your community. She's about the community, and that's what the world is. The whole world is a one big community on this floating rock, as in this space that we're in. So we don't have too much more time. We've got to go. You got anything? Say something.
I say you were speaking my language. You know, love it. Like all is well. Just take a minute. All is well. The universe is working out for a higher self. You know what I mean? Out of these experiences, only good can come. I'm safe. Say that a couple of times, and it kind of grounds you a little bit. And mental health is important. I love it.
I love it too. Well, family, we love you. Your talent will make room for you. Hey, this is a powerful show, I think, man. This is how we can change. Everybody asks, what can we do to change the future? And kids, man, are the future, and we can change them. We can't leave them behind. We can't leave them behind. Thank you, Maria, for the great show. And all like I said, family, we love you.
Yep. Love you. Like, share, subscribe.
Please like, share, and subscribe. And we out of here. It's a wrap. Thank y'all. It's a wrap.
Thank you so much.
All right.
It's a cold, cold world, a cold one. It's a cold, cold world. Yeah. It's a cold, cold world, a cold one. It's a cold, cold world. Yeah. I've been looking to the stars like I'm a astronaut, and this pain hurts so much, so I smoke that gas a lot. I've been hiding from myself, cause I tryna get caught, and you know I right my wrongs. That's some shit that I can't stop now. I've been searching for my soul, cause it's been missing. Imagine cooking breakfast, bullets flying through the kitchen. How you wait for it to start your way like you fishing? Cause if you get up, hit up, little nigga, you gon' be wishing that you never did what you did. We was shooting shit since we was kids. We were locked up in the